Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anil Shirati from Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. So in today's session, that is the fifth session, we will start with the second part of module 5, that is future of automated factories. So in this part of we will be covering what is Industrial 4.0, its functions, application, benefits, what are the components of Industrial 4.0, then IoT's applications, big data, how IoT can be applied to manufacturing, then maintenance, industrial automation, supply chain, cyber physical manufacturing, etc. So let's start with the first. Many days we are, or many from few years we are hearing about Industrial 4.0. Is Industrial 4.0 is just another buzz term that being hyped by the technology vendors with the aim of selling more products, or legitimate trend that will transform sectors such as manufacture in months and years to come? This is what we have to understand in this chapter. So Industrial 4.0 is first coined by Scub in year 2017 in one of the international conference. So what is Industrial 4.0? We define Industrial 4.0 as the next phase in digitalization of manufacturing system, or you can say Industrial 4.0, also referred as fourth industrial revolution, includes the heavy use of automation technology and greater exchange of data in manufacturing environments such as factories. So in simple term, Industrial 4.0 is nothing but huge amount of digitalization of manufacturing will happen, and that data can be easily accessed by both customers, by the manufacturer, also within the manufacturing part, maybe production department, design department, workers, all people, or quality control, everyone can access all the data in the digital form. So let's see how the acceleration phase of changes happened. So first we had agriculture revolution. So you can see this was the agriculture revolution started, and then we started after 8,000 years almost will lead to industrial revolutions, and then it took almost 120 years to manufacture a light bulb. Then 90 years from that we first landed on the moon, and then from there it took 22 years for internet to born, and then it's today's turn, that is human genome is sequenced. Okay, now let's see what during the same phase how the technology has changed. Okay, so if you're comparing what is the time to reach 100 million customer, a telephone took almost 75 years from its inception to reach 100 million customer. But the same thing, the web took only 7 years. So the people who were using internet and other things, it took only 7 years to reach 100 million customer. But the same thing, Facebook took only 4 years, but Instagram took only 2 years, and Pokemon Go took only 1 month. So you can imagine, because of this, how this technology took very less time to reach 100 million customers. Next, this chart shows how the industrial revolution happened. Okay, so first industrial revolution happened in 1800 century. Okay, so this was mainly related in the textile industry. Okay, so as the automation in the textile started, in the industry, this was given the name industrial revolution, and this mainly happened in European countries. Okay, the second industrial revolution happened because of the automation in the car manufacturing industry. So mainly due to the manufacturing industry, when they started doing automation, so mass production started. For example, in Ford is the, it is, let's say, the father of industrial revolution, second industrial revolution. So there all they started is mass production of cars. But during this time also there was a monopoly of the seller. There was no customer cannot say what he wants. Everything was defined by manufacturer or seller. Then in third industrial revolution around 1775 it came due to IT, or I can say due to the electronics and IT automations. Okay, So from here the computers and all came into picture, and from 1990 when computer become so cheap, it was a big uh, industrial revolutions or use of computers in everywhere. And now in around 2020 we can see, based on the IoT, how we can control each and every component, not in the manufacture, in complete our life, how we can control, use the IoTs to control everything. Even in the manufacturing point of view, we can see the health of the complete machine itself. And this degree of complexity has gone on increasing. So you see, in first industrial revolution the complexity was very small, but as in industrial 2, that is vehicle mass production started, the degree of complexity has increased, because you have to produce so many parts, okay, of the same car, and all should be of perfect within the tolerance. And as we go to third, complexity increased more. Now the complexity is increased to a very higher level in fourth industrial revolution. So this is what the components of industrial revolution. So this was mainly water and other things used to run the machines of textile industry. Then the mass production powered by mainly by electrical and combustion engines. Then electronic, IT industry and robots lead to the third industrial revolutions. And fourth industrial revolution is digital supply chain, smart manufacturing, digital product services, business model, data analytics, action as a core competence. Maybe in the 2030 we may see completely a digital ecosystem. So where flexible and integrated value chain network will happen, virtualized process will be there, virtualized customer interface will be there, and industrial collaboration has a key value in the this to achieve, that is the digital ecosystem. Now this says what happens because of this industrialization 4.0. You have need the product, it should be very flexible for manufacturing, it should be very quick, and it should be cost effectively. Now cost efficiency can be done if I produce large volumes, okay, and similarly if large product variety is also needed, as it should be very flexible, and short lead time is there, because if you see any product in today's life, the product life cycle is very small. Even if you consider a small mobile, the life of the mobile is in some cases is 3 or 6 months only. Even 1 year is very high, okay. So within 1 month people are putting new products into the manufacturer are putting new products into the market. But if you go around 20 years before, maybe Maruti or 800 was launching 1 or 2 models. But if you see, even in the manufacturing, every month or every quarter new model is coming into picture. Now this is the industrial 4.0 given by R. Rowland. Okay, so what are the components? So we got a digitalization, we got the automation, we got the connectivity, we got the analytics. So all these details we will study one by one in future classes. So what happens, the supplier give you the order, then either you use additive manufacturing or different manufacturing techniques. All these machines will be, again, the health of that machines are recorded by the sensors. This sensor information is stored in a cloud. Again, the cloud data can be accessed by both the customers, where he can get the details of what is the status of his product, okay. Similarly, once everything is done, it will goes to the customer. Again, customer will give feedback about the product, and that feedback can be taken for future modifications. All the main thing is digitalization of the complete system, and whatever the data you are getting recording, you can use that data for future modification or taking decisions. So this is a class 5 layer automation architecture. So first we are having machine level, station level, cell level, process control level, and factory operation. So generally now it is factory, that is the ERP, everything you are using. Then we went to process level where automation happened. Then we only one machine, maybe one group of machine. Then we went to the PLC, the complete factory is automated. Now we are using even for each machine sensors and other things, so that we can get the health of the machine. Now from market point of view, what is the global market forecasted in 2019 was a smart factory technology will be a global market size of around 74.8 billion USD by 2022. And out of this, IoT will play an important role. And then the big data, then the smart factories, advanced analytics, service robotics, and the smart machines. So you can see IoT will be the major contributor to this uh, forecast. So we will stop here. So hope you understood the basics of industrial 4.0. So in the next class we will take what are the components of industrial 4.0 and what is the need of industrial 4.0. Thank you everyone. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me on about mail ID or you can call me. Thank you.